So this is Tori, and she's 8 years old. Unfortunately, she is about to be kidnapped, essayed, and murdered by this woman and her boyfriend.
So what happens is, as Tori is walking home from school alone for the very first time, this woman approaches her and starts chatting with her. This woman, her name is Terri-Lynne McClintic, is 18 years old. McClintic's like, "Hey, do you want to see my puppy?" And Tori, who loves dogs, is like, "Yes, I want to see your puppy." So McClintic's like, "Cool, my puppy's in my boyfriend's car. It's just over here." The whole interaction is actually captured on surveillance camera from the nearby high school. In the footage, you can see Tori walking alongside McClintic, and she doesn't look scared or anything. She's just walking with this woman. They walk to a car, and Tori gets inside. Now, McClintic's boyfriend is this guy, Michael Rafferty. He's 28 years old, and he's sitting in the driver's seat. Once Tori is in the car, Rafferty drives away, and they head east toward the city of Guelph. On the way, Rafferty stops at an ex-girlfriend's place, and he buys some Percocet from her. Then they pull into a Home Depot parking lot, and McClintic goes inside the store and buys a claw hammer and garbage bags. This happens around 5 in the evening, and the whole thing is caught on the store's security cameras. Then they get back in the car, and Rafferty drives north about 100 kilometers to this rural area near Mount Forest, Ontario. And Rafferty knows this area because he used to live and work around there. So they pull off onto this side road that leads to a secluded farmer's field, and that's where Rafferty essays Tori. Then McClintic takes the hammer, and she kicks Tori in the ribs and strikes her in the head multiple times with that hammer. Poor Tori, she doesn't survive. Then they bury her body right there in that field, and they drive away. Now, back in Woodstock, Tori's mom realizes her daughter never came home, and she calls police. Police immediately start searching, and that surveillance footage of Tori walking with the mystery woman gets broadcast on news outlets across the entire country. Police are appealing for the woman to come forward. Then, just 4 days later, Tori's mom contacts police, and she's like, "I know who that woman is. That's Terri-Lynne McClintic." She recognizes both McClintic's jacket and her distinctive walking style from the surveillance video. And get this, Tori's mom had actually met McClintic twice before. Once when she accompanied her partner to buy Oxycontin from McClintic's mother, and again to discuss dog breeding. So police are like, okay, we've got a lead. On May 19, 2009, about 6 weeks after Tori disappeared, police arrest both McClintic and Rafferty. McClintic confesses and gives police extensive details about everything that happened on April 8th, and she even draws a sketch of where they left Tori's body. But it takes another 2 months before police finally locate Tori's remains. On July 19th, an officer is driving around the Mount Forest area, and he recognizes the location from McClintic's sketch, and he finds Tori's decomposed body in that field. So McClintic pleads guilty to first-degree murder, and she's sentenced to life in prison, and she won't be eligible for parole until 2031. Then, in 2012, Rafferty goes to trial. The trial lasts 10 weeks, and the jury hears all the evidence, including McClintic's testimony and cell phone records that trace Rafferty's exact route that day. Ultimately, the jury finds Rafferty guilty of first-degree murder, kidnapping, and essay causing bodily harm. He's sentenced to life in prison with no chance of parole, ever. And Tori's parents, Rodney Stafford and Tara McDonald, have to live with this unimaginable loss for the rest of their lives.